There are basically you'll fill your day with two kinds of what gives you joy. That's the quintessential question. Behind all the passion and the big words, it's what gives you joy. So there are two kinds of experiences. You can divide every experience into what we call an autotelic experience and an exotelic experience. Exotelic experiences are primarily driven for a result, and most often an externally visible result. Like you said, people tell me I've become thin. People tell me the stomach fat is looking less. People tell me my hair looks good, which is the reason we have so many salons. These are exotelic experiences. You don't go to the salon for the joy of going to the salon. You go there for what you come out with and what people tell you you've done. Now that unfortunately is not plug and play in a gym. It takes a little effort. So it will take 3 months to get that body. Now the question is, what is an autotelic experience? An autotelic experience is when you do something for the sake of doing it without the anticipation or any care in the world of the result. Exercise has to become an autotelic experience. Like I run, swim and cycle, I spend money and do it. It's not something I do because it makes me look great, because it gives me a talking point. Nothing. It gives me joy. I'm not even attached to numbers. I have gone beyond training for numbers. Oh, I ran a 10k today, I ran a 15k today. I train by time. I have 40 minutes, I'll run for 40 minutes. I have 20 minutes, I'll swim for 20 minutes. I have half an hour, I'll gym. Based on the time, I retrofit the activity. Because the end result is doing any one of these gives me joy, because they are what are called flow activities. When I'm doing them, I'm in the flow. Now we are lucky as humans, unlike dogs or animals, cannot experience flow activities. They don't know what it is like to be in a flow. They get distracted every second. We have that luxury of getting into the zone. So when you start walking from here, let's say I tell you, let's go from here to Nehru Stadium walking. For a little while, you start questioning, why am I doing this? For the first 5-7 minutes, when I haven't told you why. But after some time, you'll settle into the rhythm of walking. Then you realize my goal is to get there. Then you'll get lost in your own thoughts, but you will get there. Why? Because the destination was defined, the path was defined, and how you're going to get there was answered. There was no need for a why. The problem is when you keep asking why. So why should I become thinner? Why should I cycle? These are all exotelic answers. When it becomes autotelic, I just do it because I have 24 hours in a day and I love working out. I don't need to justify to the world why I love working out. The problem is when we fill our day with justification activities. Oh, I work, करना पड़ता है 8 घंटा, फिर ये करना पड़ता है, फिर वो करना पड़ता है और बचे 2 घंटे में जिम भी जाना पड़ता है. What's wrong with you? Your entire life is being spent in exotelic. If you're an artist, you have to justify being an artist. Like I love being in the gym. You can't pay me enough money to stay away from gym, swim, cycle. You can't pay me enough money. You give me that 5 crores tomorrow, I'll go do that only. Because that's what I love to do. And it's not my passion. Like I told her just now. The definition of passion, Roger Federer is also passionate about tennis. The guy gets paid to do it. I can't be passionate about doing triathlon. I'm not going to get paid to do it. So that while that is my dream, I love it. But that can't be my profession. My profession is to make sure Aditya completes a triathlon. That's my passion. When I see that look, like I remember when Aditya was telling me the team is a little demotivated. I said, let's organize a movie. And I showed them a Nelson Mandela movie where an entire nation was raised on the back of one rugby game. They just played one and the whole team was lost, they were Irish late. So they were all watching the movie aimlessly. They were like, kya ye? When I showed up, I told them the background of the movie and what it's about. At the end, you remember? The next day, our team had the highest number of finishers because they were no longer running for the sake of finishing. They were running for their freedom because they had connected with Nelson Mandela's, you know who Nelson Mandela is, right? They're connected with his journey for freedom and what sacrifices he made. I can't even run 20 kilometers. The guy gave 27 years of his life in a jail cell. So you understand that level of comparison. So what has he sacrificed and what am I talking? I just have to get up at 6 and go and run for half an hour. So creating that potential difference between people who have sacrificed so much and my little piddly motivation you have to, somewhere you have to be hard on yourself. Okay, what nonsense am I talking? Like, little hard. It can't be sugarcoat all the time. Like, chalna. It's like, you got to give yourself no other option. When you do Ironman races, you'll meet people there who are, like I'm telling you, half our patients, they tell me, one patient in the last course told me, on the last day, he called all the doctors, आप सबको बात करने का. So we all stood in front, he said, हम सब आज 7 जन पे केस करने वाले. बोला क्यों? क्योंकि तुम 30 साल पहले क्यों नहीं पैदा हो गए? We have met you all 30 years too late. We are 70 today. We are doing everything we love passionately. We have found what passion is at 70. So